Our film begins 89 days after monsters invaded Earth. These creatures cannot see, but they have an extremely powerful sense of hearing and attack anything that makes a sound. The city is completely empty and abandoned. We see a family, a father, a mother, a daughter, and 2 sons, inside a store, moving very carefully on the tips of their toes, barefoot. One of the boys tries to take a toy, but it falls. He quickly grabs it before it makes a sound. His father notices, takes the toy from him, and removes the wrapper so it won't make any noise, then walks away. However, the sister secretly gives the toy back to her brother behind their father's back. They communicate with each other using sign language. They leave the store and walk on sand that was spread along the road to absorb the sound of their footsteps. Suddenly, the boy puts batteries into the toy in his hand, and it makes a sound. The alien creatures rush toward them. The father runs to save his son, but he doesn't make it in time, and the child is killed. 472 days after the invasion, the family appears again. They are living in a house equipped with outdoor cameras and communication devices. All the newspapers carry the message: "Remain silent and you will live." The father tries to contact anyone by sending signals, but there is no response. He remembers his son who was killed by the creatures and looks at his photo, deeply saddened. We learn that the mother is pregnant and close to giving birth. She prepares an oxygen tank, a bed, and childbirth supplies. The children interact and play, but a flashlight falls to the floor and burns the surface it lands on. The father rushes to put out the fire, which causes a sound. They hear movement above the house and everyone panics, but it turns out not to be a creature. As the time of birth approaches, the mother uses a stethoscope to listen to the baby's heartbeat. The father takes his son with him to go fishing. On their way back, they encounter an elderly man whose wife was attacked and killed by the creatures. The man goes into shock and screams loudly. The father quickly grabs his son and runs to hide. At the same time, the mother goes into labor. While going down the stairs, a nail pierces her foot. A picture frame falls, shatters, and makes a sound. She covers her mouth in pain, trying not to scream, and manages to pull her foot free from the nail. She turns on the red warning light. The creature hears the noise and enters the house searching for its source. The mother hears the creature inside the house. The father sees the red light and realizes his wife is in danger. He gives his son a flashlight and tells him, "Go light the fireworks. Make them as loud as possible." The mother hides in the bathtub as the labor pain intensifies. The fireworks start making loud noises, and the mother begins to scream. The father enters the house carrying a shotgun and goes to the bathroom. He sees blood in the bathtub and believes the creature has killed his wife. He is devastated. Suddenly, he hears a sound beside him and finds his wife alive with the newborn baby. He carries both of them out of the house. The baby starts crying, so the father takes him to an underground shelter, places him in an oxygen box, and seals it so no sound can escape. Meanwhile, the son is running toward the house, fleeing from the creature, trips, and falls. His sister is also outside when the creature approaches her from behind. Her father had built her a hearing aid because her hearing is very weak. Suddenly, the device emits a loud feedback noise that hurts the creature and drives it away. The mother regains consciousness, and the father reassures her that the danger has passed. She asks about the children, and he tells her, "We'll find them." She remembers their son who was killed and breaks down crying. He tries to comfort her. She tells him, "We're unable to protect them. Promise me you'll keep them safe." The daughter sees the flashlight and finds her brother. The father comes out of the shelter searching for them and checks the cameras. He sees the children on top of a tall silo. They light a fire so their father can see them, but it goes out. The brother tells his sister, "Don't worry. He'll look for us and he'll find us." The mother wakes up to find the room flooded with water, and the creature is inside the water. She carefully takes the baby without making a sound. The creature rises from the water, and she tries to escape quietly, but it moves toward her after hearing the baby. She stands behind the falling water to mask the sound. Back with the children, the girl tells her brother, We have to move from here, he replies. Let's wait for Dad. Suddenly, his foot slips and he falls into the silo, which is filled with grain, his entire body sinking inside. His sister jumps in to save him, pushes a metal sheet toward him so he can grab it, then sinks completely herself. He struggles until he manages to pull her out. The creature hears the noise and leaves the mother, heading toward the children. However, the hearing aid emits loud feedback again, weakening the creature and forcing it away. The children climb out of the silo, and their father sees them and hugs them tightly. They hear the creature approaching, and the father tells them, "Get into the car." He grabs an axe to fight it, but the creature attacks him and knocks him to the ground. The boy gets out of the car and calls out to his father. The creature smashes the car windows and tries to attack the children. The father stands up, faces them, and signals to them, saying, "I love you. I will always love you." The mother watches everything through the cameras. The father screams to draw the creature's attention. When it hears his voice, it leaves the car, goes after him, and kills him. The children return to their mother, heartbroken over their father's death. She takes the baby and hands him to his brother, then goes to her daughter. The creature approaches them. The mother tries to protect her children with the shotgun. The daughter turns on the hearing aid's feedback mode and places it near a loudspeaker. The creature completely loses its strength and collapses. But the creature gets back up and comes after them again, and the mother shoots and kills it with the shotgun. She looks at the surveillance cameras and sees all the creatures heading toward them. That's when they realize the creature's weakness. The mother prepares herself with the shotgun, while her daughter turns the loudspeaker volume all the way up and activates the feedback device. We then cut to a flashback to the first day the monsters appeared. The city streets are completely empty. A car pulls up, and the father gets out and goes into a supermarket to buy some supplies. He then heads to a baseball field where his son used to play. We see the mother pushing her young son on a swing. The father sits next to his deaf daughter and starts peeling an orange. She tells him, "Your hands aren't clean, let me cut it." The mother cheers for her son as he plays. Suddenly, the color of the sky changes, and something like a massive explosion happens in the sky. Everyone panics and leaves the area. The mother says, "Come on, let's go home." She gets into the car with the two boys, while the father and the daughter get into another car. Suddenly, the creatures appear and attack. The father and daughter get out of the car and hide inside a restaurant, along with many people sitting in complete silence. Suddenly, a phone rings. A creature enters and attacks everyone inside. The father grabs his daughter and runs into the street, with the creature chasing them. We then return to day 474. The mother wakes her children after killing the creature, and they leave the house. She tells the boy and the girl, "Wait here," then goes back inside to look for the baby's crib and the oxygen tank. The girl tells her brother she's going back inside to grab something. She takes the loudspeaker, her father's bag, and his maps. They move forward very carefully, making sure not to make any noise. Along the way, they enter a place cautiously, but the mother's foot hits a rope, causing bottles to fall and make noise. She tells them to run, and they do. Someone is watching them. It turns out the place is filled with traps. The boy steps on a metal trap that snaps shut on his leg. He screams in pain. His mother tries to cover his mouth so he won't make any sound, but the creatures have already heard and start moving toward them. The girl turns on the loudspeaker and activates the feedback from the hearing aid, disorienting the creature and successfully killing it. They run and enter another location. A man suddenly appears, grabs the children, and covers the mother's mouth so she won't scream. There is a creature nearby, and it chases them until they enter a large underground silo that is soundproof. The man tells them they can't stay there long because there's no food, no water, and nothing else, and that he can help them in any way. From his voice, they realize his name is Emmett, and that he was a friend of the father. The mother shows him that she has a newborn baby with her. He stays with them. The boy screams in pain from his injured leg, but the room is soundproof. Emmett tells them he saw them enter the place and saw the mother kill the creature. It was the first time he had ever seen anyone capable of killing them. He also tells them that his wife and children were killed by the alien creatures. They all fall asleep from exhaustion. The girl wakes her brother, and they enter the silo. She tells him that before their father died, he had been looking for a quiet place to move them to. There was a song called Beyond the Sea, which was a clue showing how to escape. He had drawn maps to guide them, and she searched for the radio station broadcasting that song. It was coming from an island, and she wanted to reach that island. Her brother tells her, "Don't do this. Mom will never agree." But she smiles and sneaks off behind their backs, leaving a note on the radio that says, "Listen to the song." When the mother realizes the girl is gone, she begs Emmett to go look for her. The girl boards a train carrying a shotgun. She finds a first aid bag and reaches for it, but falls onto a corpse and screams loudly. One of the monsters hears her and comes toward her. She holds the hearing aid and loudspeaker in one hand and the shotgun in the other and fires, but the shot misses and the creature doesn't die. The creature attacks Emmett from behind, and he manages to kill it with the shotgun. Emmett takes the girl to a safe place and tells her she has to go back, that reaching what she wants will be difficult, and that the creatures outside heard the noise. She begs him to help her, but he refuses. She wakes up to find that Emmett has taken the shotgun, the hearing aid, and the loudspeaker and left. She breaks down crying, but then he suddenly returns with her gear and tells her he found a boat. At the same time, the mother leaves her older son in charge of the baby and tells him to watch his little brother while she goes to the pharmacy to get disinfectant and more oxygen tanks. Emmett takes the girl to show her where the boat is that will take them to the island. When they arrive, they are spotted by people who are planning to capture the girl. Emmett restrains one of them with a rope, a net, and bells so he won't move. Meanwhile, the brother places the baby in the soundproof box and connects the oxygen tube, which is almost empty. He goes out to scout the area, sees a corpse, panics, falls to the ground, and makes a loud noise. He hides, but the creature hears him and comes after him. He rushes back into the silo with his baby brother, sealing it shut. The oxygen starts running out, they begin to suffocate, and the baby cries. The mother returns with oxygen tanks, hears the creature, and prepares herself. She fires a shot into the air to draw it away, then shoots an oxygen tank, injuring the creature but not killing it. It comes after her again. Suddenly, the fire sprinklers activate and water pours down. The creature can only hear the sound of the water, allowing her to sneak behind it, reach her children, and save them. At the same time, Emmett signals for the girl to jump into the water. He stands up, but the net attached to him makes a loud noise. He attacks one of the men, and the creatures rush in and kill everyone there. Emmett jumps into the sea, and a creature follows him but drowns and can't reach him. The girl emerges from the water, and they escape by boat and reach the island, where they find people who take care of them. One man asks Emmett, "Did you hear the song and understand its message?" Emmett points to the girl and says, "She's the one who understood it. Because of her, we're here." They ask him, "Did you come asking for help?" He replies, "No, I came to help you," and hands them the hearing aid, showing them how it affects the alien creatures. Emmett sees several creatures and tries to warn everyone, but it's too late. The creatures break in and kill many people. They try to escape, get into a car, honk the horn, and make as much noise as possible to lure the creatures away. One of the creatures jumps onto the car. They manage to escape and enter a garage, but the creature follows them and kills the man who welcomed them earlier. They hide inside as the creature enters, moving extremely carefully. At the same time, the mother goes out to get medical supplies. The creature hears her, and she runs into the silo as it tries to grab her. The girl enters the radio room, and the door makes a noise, drawing the creature toward her. Emmett jumps in to shut the door and protect the girl, but the creature strikes his leg. The girl turns on the hearing aid and places it into the radio system, then activates the loudspeaker. She steps out and strikes the creature with a metal rod, killing it. At the same moment, her brother emerges with the radio broadcasting loudly. He is no longer afraid of the creature. The creature retreats and is finally killed with a gun. And that's how the film ends. If you enjoyed the summary, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.